What is going on, guys? Today we have got the final team of Shapeshifters and we're going to be seeing where do they match up. And the first one on this list has to be 98 Henry. What a card. I don't know why we're missing half of the card, but Henry 98 is by far one of the best players in the game. I can't believe they've actually increased him the amount that they have. He is absolutely perfect. He's currently coming in at 13.5 mil, which, to be honest, I was kind of expecting maybe to stay up a little bit more for the first day or two. But obviously we have got a lot of packs from the season objective. A lot of people opening up the 85 times 30. So there is a lot of packs going on where this card could potentially be pulled, but he is perfect. A 5'5", he's gone onto his left foot now because of the right wing, obviously, and I just think in general, if you've got him, he is an absolute cheat code. We also, again, have had some absolute ballers. Pogba with a brand new version as well, straight into the S, 100%. This card, again, is one of the ones that I was kind of expecting during footies, to be honest, but a striker version can be centre forward, right wing, or right mid. Don't know if you'd choose that. I'd probably kind of prefer him in that cam role again. But another 5'5" with stats that are just dangerous. The only thing he can't be is kind of a box-to-box, purely for the fact that the defending is just not good enough to go into there. But definitely as a unit in that cam that pushes back a little bit, you have got an easy player in that aspect. We then have our man João Felix, a 96 cam, another great card. Obviously an addition on top of what he got from his Atletico. I think he's got a Chelsea foot birthday as well. Another 5-star, very easy on the eyes. Obviously, kind of really going next to that Bernardo Silva, who was, what, a 95 team of the season. But João Felix is one of them cards that very much like a Griezmann. To start with, he's nice. You get a couple of informs. They do something depending on how quickly he gets them. But the team of the season, the 95, the 96 and above, is absolutely crazy. Like a lot of these cards, to be honest. You can't argue that some of them look so much more appealing. Now they're into that knife. Like, look at Harry Maguire. 95 rated striker. Incredible. But João Felix definitely is another one that will be very agile on the ball. Should have a decent amount of physicality with the boost, but I'm not going to hold him to it. But also, again, the 5-star, which I think always comes in absolute key. Another double icon that we've got is going to be our man Figo. We have the centre mid and Lloris and a striker version. I am very more prone to looking at that striker version, to be honest. Obviously, the centre mid looks very, very nice. He's gone from, what, a right wing to a centre mid there. You've got the striker coming in at 888 and the centre mid coming in at 509 as of right now. And I do think, in general, the main difference between the two is going to be that composure. Obviously, the defending as well is going to be a big boost on that centre mid. But if you wanted to play him right wing still, then obviously the striker version is going to be the #1 version there. If I was kind of putting him in the list, to be honest, you could argue potentially, what is he? He's a 5'4" for the striker. Has he changed for, is he a 4'5"? Yeah, he's a 4'5" for the centre mid. Pretty standard that I know that already. In terms of the striker, would I put him in the S? I feel like he's definitely close. Could you I feel like, yeah, I feel like if I'm going for it, looking at the stats, looking at the card in general, I'd say that is an S-level striker. He's nearly 1 million coins. The centre mid, I'd go A+, judging off what centre mids we've had in the past couple of weeks, and obviously over team of the season. So we'll go A+ for him, and obviously the striker will go in that S. I'd like to tell you about skycoach.gg. They offer many features within the FIFA franchise, from FIFA coins to FIFA Weekend League boosts, from trusted sellers, pro players, and are the best prices on the market currently. They have fast delivery, high quality services, lots of games, and also a cashback program. The more coins you buy, the more eligible you are for cashback options. So if you want to buy FIFA coins at the best price, click the link in the description of this video. It will be active promo code for 10% discount from my subscribers. All you have to use is the code JT11 at the checkout to receive this bonus. On to the video. We then have Trent Alexander-Arnold, obviously the SBC from yesterday, coming in a little bit expensive at 650. Obviously the card itself looks relatively nice. Again, you've got a right back, centre mid, all going into that striking role and definitely coming up trumps with obviously the ability. We saw what Czech was like. He is everywhere. I know he's a little bit cheaper, so naturally he will be, but it's just crazy how many of them there is. Whereas Trent looks really nice. It is a shame that we don't get the centre mid version, which is what I was always hoping for, because Trent as a centre mid is outstanding. If you've ever used him in any of the shapeshifters, you know full well how good Trent and also how Atal was, and also Acuna I think last year as well. They are amazing as a centre mid. Their body type, their defensive ability always comes in clutch, but the striker version again comes in very nicely, and I think with an SBC like this, they naturally bring them up that little bit more just to add that sort of kind of worth it for a striker SBC. One that I was very shocked at was Harry Maguire. I really didn't think this card would get anything this year, but a 95 striker is absolutely insane. Obviously, in terms of the version, he's got a 5-star, 4-star as well. He is obviously a little bit more on the bulkier side. They've given him a little bit of an agility and balance boost, but I don't think it's personally going to be enough to really warrant this card compared to like what we've said. We've got Trent, we've got Cech, Neuer, all of the outer position strikers, Rudiger is obviously as well. They all have a massive agility balance boost, and I think that is kind of almost part key to what makes that card even better. He's now coming in at 300k, which is a little bit cheaper than a few of them on day of release, but most definitely still a solid random card. If you're having a little bit of fun, then that is going to be a cracking one for you. And if we move straight on to the next one that again I wasn't expecting, 97 Schweinsteiger centre back. Look at this card. 97 rated is crazy. Still 1.8 mil, 90 pace, 97 defending and physical. He has got the 3-star, 5-star, which again, I don't care about skill moves for a centre-back. That is not going to be the problem. He can be right back as well. I would probably stick with centre-back with him. Still tall enough at 6 foot. Obviously with a lot of increase across the board, to be honest. We've had 14 on the pace, 11 defending and physical. We've not gained any dribbling, which is crazy. And then obviously he's lost 6 on the shooting as well, which is natural. But what a card this is. As a centre-back, you got to give it to him. An absolute baller of an upgrade. We then have Lloris. Again, I think I've got to judge him based purely one of my favourite outer position goalkeepers is going to be Milinkovic-Savic. A great centre mid that's come out of an SBC. Very, very cheap. And I do think Lloris definitely holds some potential there. In terms of his price, he's coming in just shy of 1 million coins right now. Again, a 4-star, 5-star in this position. A nice little balance upgrade as well. I feel like he'd do well. Whether I think he's number 1 on that centre mid list, I'd probably go A+, very close to S, but we're going to stick with that one at the minute. We then have a few of the lower ones, to be honest. One that I didn't know that was even out because they made a mistake is going to be our man Götze. So if you did get him yesterday in a gold version from obviously 6 PM until now, or like a past couple of hours, then you will be receiving a Shapeshifter Götze instead because he should have been in there apparently. But again, another nice one, 190. I feel like he's pretty standard more than anything. A 5-star, 4-star, nothing too crazy from him. So we are going to put him in that A because the amount of wingers we've had, even if we just set the bar as Henry, then you look at Eto'o, Van Persie, then you go back to team of the season. He's a very standard super sub. Maybe even potentially a Bundesliga player in terms of who else we've got there, because I don't even know wing-wise, who have we even got? He's probably one of the better ones. You've obviously got Diaby, so that is already number 1 spot there. So, to be honest, 2 or 3 spot, he's probably in there at the very minimum. Same with, to be honest, El Nesri. Standard, nothing too crazy from him, and this is what we've got to have with Shapeshifters. It can't all be absolute ballers because it just wouldn't work for pricing. Naturally, you've always got to have some of the lower players. Obviously, this one coming in at 24.5k. It kind of tells you what you need to know. We then have Klosterman going from what I think it was he was a centre back, wasn't he? Centre back to left back, obviously from his 86 winter wildcard, coming in at 5.67. Again, in terms of the upgrade, it's pretty solid. Great pace, defending physical as always. Great agility, great balance in fact, as well as the composure, and a good amount of passing. Pretty standard left back. Gonna go into the A+ at the minimum. I don't feel like he really overtakes Alfonso or obviously any of the top ones that we have discussed in the past. We then have Gavi as the objective this week. Again, a solid right back. Nothing too crazy from him. Obviously, I'm not expecting the absolute world's best right back. He does put up a competition against Jesus Navas, obviously Molina, and also somebody else who was a showdown in obviously La Liga. In terms of right backs for obviously Spanish, then Jesus Navas is going to be the only other choice really at the minute. But in terms of what we can go from that is he was a kind of objective from the season pass that if you didn't choose, technically this guy could be the best right back from Spain, I think. I want to say that he's probably one of the better ones. I don't think necessarily there's anything crazy between the two. What do we got? Spanish right back. And then we've got Jordi Alba one side. You've got Llorente if you really wanted to. But in terms of rating, he is top. Then obviously you've got Navas. Then you've also got Bellerin, I suppose. Again, if you're looking at that. But in terms of a right back, he's solid, but not quite S in my opinion. But then we have Campbell. 58,000 coins already. Again, another one very much like the other wingers. Good at the super sub potentially. Obviously, it's a change in position by an absolute landslide from him. Going from a centre back to a left wing is going to be massive. Agility balance didn't get the increase like the others as well. And I do think that is a major key for any outfield player, especially when they're coming from a blockier position, goalkeeper, centre back mainly, up to an attacking position where it's all about the agility. It's all about pace, about quickness, and obviously the skills as well. I don't feel like he has that sort of level, which is absolutely fine. Like I said, you can't give Henry the 5'5" left foot with every stat at 90 plus and then have another player at the same time as well from the lower end in that sort of category as well. But Campbell, as a centre-back going into left wing, never going to complain too much. We have Rosalion. Great right back this time. Obviously, the defensive and physical is a little bit on the disappointing side. I feel like that could have really been increased that little bit more. Obviously, we've got a good amount of dribbling and pace from him. Going from left back to right back, he should fit in, not a problem. And the one thing I want to check, did he change his foot? Because obviously, I believe he was a left-footed before. He is he still left? He's right-footed. Was he left before? I'm pretty sure he was, but he was. He was. So even better. I am an absolute sucker for having a left-footed left back and a right-footed right mid. Obviously, no, left back to right back, not left mid, right mid. That doesn't matter. I like the cutting on that. And then finally we have Pepe, the 93 centre forward, 62,000 coins. Good upgrade from obviously his winter wildcard. It's mad to think his winter wildcard at 87 rated is only 40k cheaper than a 93 Pepe. Obviously 4-star, 5-star, left-footed, great upgrade across the board. I'm going to go as a super sub into that beautiful little bit of an A+. And I think that is about everything today. So let me know down below what we think. We should hopefully be getting a Carl Walker goalkeeper at some point. So we will definitely be reviewing that one as soon as it comes out. So let me know down below what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.